And so I want to focus on another less recognised part of the body, which is still very complex, the glands. And so we start with a scripture in Acts 17:25, which talks about our Creator. Neither is worship with men's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth life to all, and breath and all things. Glands are special tissues in your body that create and release substances. The pineal gland is a small cone-shaped gland located in the middle of the brain. It primarily produces and releases the hormone melatonin, which regulates sleep-wake cycles, known as circadian rhythm. The pituitary gland, located at the base of the brain, is often called the master gland, as it controls many other endocrine glands, while the pineal gland is situated in the middle of the brain. Now, we all have a number of clocks within us that help keep life constant in changing surroundings. The pineal gland is one clock that helps us adjust to our surroundings, like the changing lengths of daylight through the year. Earlier in the previous century, many scientists, having no understanding of the pineal, decided that it had no purpose and was just left over as a vestige from our evolution. Creationists who knew it must have a purpose, because they knew that we had not evolved. If you're one of those people who typically feel a bit more lethargic or even depressed during the darkest months of winter, you might be able to blame your pineal. So how can a gland deep in the centre of the brain know how long the days are? Light causes our bodies to make certain chemicals. When days are short, those chemicals are scarce. So the pineal cannot make from these chemicals the hormones that encourage the alertness we feel in the spring and summer. In addition, your pineal has a private nerve hookup to your eyes, a bit like the light meter in the old cameras. So it can literally see for itself how much light is available. Scientists have found that adding artificial light during winter can sometimes help the winter blues. As stated, your body is run by a tiny gland the size of a pea called the pituitary. People once mistakenly thought this little organ simply made mucus when your nose runs. Now it is called the master gland because it controls most of your other endocrine glands, the organs that secrete chemical messengers to keep your body working properly. The pituitary controls many things, such as your skin cells, production of pigment, and the growth of your bones. It secretes 10 different hormones, or chemical messengers, into your blood to direct these and many other vital body functions. Without your pituitary, your bones wouldn't know how big to grow, your kidneys wouldn't know how much excess water to get rid of, and your body's metabolism wouldn't be able to adjust to stress. One hormone stimulates the mother's womb to contract at the end of her pregnancy so that she can give birth, while another promotes milk production for the new baby. These same hormones also have many other jobs that are important in both males and females. Prolactin, for instance, doesn't just promote lactation or milk production, but has over 300 other known functions. While most of these hormones are manufactured in the pituitary, a few are made in the nearby what is called hypothalamus, which is both an organ and a gland. The hypothalamus is actually the master of the pituitary, which hangs on a little stalk below the hypothalamus. In this stalk are blood vessels devoted to transmitting chemical messages between these two glands. The hypothalamus, besides making a few of the pituitary's hormones, also makes 7 different releasing hormones to many pituitary functions. Both the hypothalamus and the pituitary constantly monitor things like temperature, blood pressure, and various chemicals in the blood. These vital body functions are all influenced by the pituitary hormones. Thus, the pituitary and hypothalamus work together to monitor how the body responds to each of the pituitary's chemical instructions. They then make adjustments as needed by again increasing or decreasing the amounts of hormonal messages they secrete. Truly, our bodies are a network of complex control systems and chemical factors, a complex union of systems that go far beyond the abilities of the best human designers. The master gland and its master, the hypothalamus, are a marvellous example of the Creator's intricate design. They are a part of a finely tuned system to monitor, control and coordinate the complex orchestra of processes required to keep you alive and well. All the parts of this intricate system had to be in place and working together properly, which is known as irreducible complexity. They had to be all working properly for Adam's and Eve's bodies to function correctly when God created them 6,000 years ago, and which testify to the wisdom of the Creator. And we conclude with that with Psalm 139:14. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvellous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Thank you for listening.